Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. And tonight, we have a very special guest. This basketball head is an Adlai, Stevenson, and St. John's great. In 1988, he ruled like Big Daddy Cain. Flat top, that is, because there was no half-stepping when it came to his game. Oh yeah, he was 1988 Player of the Year in the Bronx. He also earned the right to be first team All-City and city champion. Next stop was St. John's University, where he was co-captain and first team All-Big East. Trust me, Harlem knows best. This basketball head was one of the best playmakers in New York City. From dishing out dimes to popping that open J. Without further ado, help me welcome to the show, Adlai Stevenson and St. John's University great, David Cain.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's up, Dave?
What's good, bro? How you?
I'm good. I'm glad you liking that theme song, my brother.
I love that. Thanks for that intro too. That's what's up.
Don't worry about it, my brother, man. Well deserved, man.
Appreciate it.
You put a lot of work in this city, man. So we definitely want to give you your flowers and your crown while you're here,
I
brother.
appreciate it. Appreciate that for sure.
No doubt. John Arnold hit me up. It's like, yo, G, got more you on, man. Harlem to the fullest. I was like, I always thought you was from the BX.
Nah, from Harlem, I was taking that trip up to Stevenson every day on that train and bus. But I got mad love for the Bronx though. But Harlem is where it all started at.
That's real, man. So I like to ask all my guests who come on the show, man, who introduced you to the game?
I was actually I just live on 120th and 5th Avenue. I was going to Melbank on a little after school program. And we just started playing there. That's probably the first time I ever played under the whistle was like the little Saturday morning tournament. And my boy Charnel Scott took me to the Gauchos, and that's how I got to the Gauchos.
There you go, Charnel Scott. Never guessed I was on the show, man.
No
For
doubt.
sure. You know, it's so crazy. I had a show last week where we talked about practice players and practice players and gym class heroes. Those dudes who can put in that work without the whistle. But it's kind of difficult putting it all together when you play under the whistle.
Yeah, we used to call that at St. John's when the lights come on. You got some guys who give you that business in practice, but when them lights come on and get bright, it's a different story. That crowd, that tension come, things get a little different.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Where in Harlem are you from?
112th and Lenox.
Ah, nice.
I
got a piece I did for Boys of Yesteryear.
Boys of Yesteryear. Ooh.
Right. I visited both of those parks.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I ran into, I was in, Tri-State, when I ran into the legendary Coach Turtle. Do you know him?
I know Turtle, yeah.
Look at that.
I know Turtle.
Let me tell you, John Arnold told me about him when I interviewed John, and was like, this guy, he doesn't get the praise that he deserves.
Yeah, Turtle coached a lot of dudes throughout the years, man. For sure. A lot of guys that came before me.
Oh, when I learned the history of all the people he coached, because when I went into the park, he was in there working out 2 kids. So I didn't know him.
There's never been no doubt about his basketball acumen at all. at all.
I asked him, I said, sir, if you don't mind, you working out with these two young men? He's like, yes. I said, my name is, Glenn Harding. I got the show called Basketball Heads. He said, yeah, I'm Coach Turtle. I said, you're legendary, Coach Turtle. We sat down, we kicked it, man. And it's awesome. I'll be posting it to YouTube soon, man.
Okay, that's what's up.
For sure. So at what age did you start taking the ball serious?
Probably 14. I was kind of like a late starter. Like even when Charnel took me to Gauchos, I was probably going on 14. I played midgets, so I never played like super biddies or biddies, nothing like that. So I was, I guess, in that aspect, a late bloomer, so to speak. And which is probably end up being a blessing because I never was too good to be cocky or anything stupid. So it was just a slow process for me.
Of us, when I would talk to a lot of my guys, a lot of us in our era started 13, 14.
Yeah,
and when we kind of got to high school, we kind of figured out like ball was it. Because it's football, baseball, soccer, before
we had a lot of guys that was awesome at biddies. It was a lot of phenoms at 12 to like Yoda, who my man I just reconnected with. My man Cook, we was playing at the Gauchos. I remember Boo Bethel. I don't know if you guys know Boo Bethel. I mean, Dave Edwards, God bless. These guys at 12, 13 had that thing on a yo-yo.
Yes. What I was saying, there was some guys, but not like today, with kids start.
Oh yeah, everybody's
with trainers.
Yeah. Can shoot from everywhere.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So when you was coming up, who was the best player in the hood?
Ooh, jeez. I think Mal Garvin from our hood, from the projects, from Foster Projects. He was older than me, but like Mal was like the name that was like ringing bells in our hood like that. Sundance is from our area. Kevin Williams is from our area that played at St. John's.
Yeah.
A little bit after them, my man Jim Ice and them, they from 12th Street. Those was the older cats whose names was ringing in the neighborhood when I was coming up.
Okay. So what is the tournament, or was it like the park ball or the recreation league that you got your name?
I started just playing pickup ball. Like our park is right there on 12th Street, the schoolyard 208. And the older guys that had a court, make us wait. You know how to pass the drugs. Yeah. So you got to sit there, wait till around this time, 7:38 before they save you a little daylight. So we watched them play. And one day they needed one. They finally let me get in and play with the older cats. The only rule was I couldn't call no fouls. Cool. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably the best thing that ever happened for me. So once I started playing with them and they started giving me that little respect and everything. So in my big home, they all probably 5 years older than me. So once I started playing with them, when I got back to playing with my age group, you couldn't tell me nothing at that point.
Yo, it's something about playing with the older guys, right?
Yeah.
They teach you one, not to call.
At all.
Teach you how to move without the ball, because if you just stand around, they won't pass you the ball. Yeah. There's so many nuances to the game that we learn from older guys that is not happening now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's how we kind of picked up the game.
Yeah, when you're not the focus, you got to learn to do the other things. Play defense, rebound, get your steals. Like, they're not featuring you, and the best thing I think happened to me, my man Honcho, shout out to him, that run the Kingdom. Our first year, the Kingdom started out as our neighborhood tournament. I was 15, and he put me on the unlimited team. So I was the only young guy at that time playing unlimited. I'm in the backcourt with Mal Garvin and my man Jim Ice. So for what that did for me at that point, they 20, I'm 15. So by the time I go back to play juniors, there's nothing to talk about no more. Like I'm supposed to be doing work at that point.
Yo, bro.
Word.
No wonder you had the grown man game, fam. Like,
yeah.
It was just different. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't flashy. It was to the point, and it was precise.
I appreciate it. But back then, when you play in the park, everybody's a forward. Everybody's a guard. It's like everybody got to do some of everything. So like I said, having that experience with the older cats where they beating me up, banging me, whatever. After a while, you get so used to it. By the time I start getting under the whistle, like I never even complained about no fouls because I was just so conditioned for that.
Yeah, the guys will tell you, listen, that ain't a foul, young boy. And
Yeah.
especially if you just got a call from a dude who was nice, who just came from up top. He gonna
Yeah,
let you know,
yeah.
fam, this is what it is.
Yeah. And they knew I was the young one coming up in the hood, so they was extra hard on me. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure I was able to take that. So I definitely appreciated that looking back.
So what made you go to Stevenson, fam? Like you got you got all these schools, Rice.
Well, the crazy story is I was supposed to go to Rice first. My mom's was like, I was playing with the Gauchos. My mom's an old school mother from the South. She's like, I don't want nobody paying for your education. I'm not comfortable with that. Cool. Then I was supposed to go to Alfred E. Smith automotive school. My mom's old school from the South. You're going to go learn a trade. You're going to make sure, you know that. And I was actually going in like 3 days before school started. And my coach from the Gauchos, Dave McCullough, was like, yo, what's up with the school? I ain't heard nothing. I'm like, I'm going to Alfred E. Smith. He was like, what? That's B division. At this time, I'm not even savvy about no A-B division. I just play ball. I don't know none of the politics or nothing. So he was like, yo, would you go to Stevenson if I can get you in Stevenson? I'm like, where's Stevenson at? He said it's a little ways, but I knew Billy Singleton, Skeet, a few cats there I knew from playing with the Gauchos. So I'm like, well, you know, you've been my coach for the last 4 or 5 years. If you say that's what it is, then that's what it is. No, 3 days before school started, they got me in Stevenson, and that's how Dave McCullough got me in Stevenson.
Thank God for Dave McCullough.
Thank God for Dave McCullough. Oh, I'll be a mechanic right now.
You've been averaging 40, and nobody would have heard of you.
Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have cared. True story.
That's crazy, yo. So what was Stevenson like, and what kind of transition did you have to make being in high school?
Stevenson was different because I never really hung out in the Bronx like that at that time. Was that 15, 16? I mean, wasn't driving or nothing yet, so it took me an hour to get to school. You know what I'm saying? So that was an adjustment in itself, 2 train to the bus. So that was different, but the coaching, Mr. Post was my coach, was excellent, man. So it was just great. Like, it's almost, that part of the Bronx was almost like down south to me. Like, it was like houses and stuff like that. So I'm coming out of Harlem, like, so this is almost like a culture shock to me. I'm like, this is, you know, I know Patterson, the Bronx. I know that right over the bridge, Bronx. I don't know this part of the Bronx. So that was different. But then the coach and the basketball was excellent, man. And it's funny. I tell people to this day, that Mr. Post probably the best coach I ever played for. People bug out when I say that, but he was really a college coach. Exactly. Yeah, between Dave McCullough, Lou Carter second, but he was a college coach masquerading as a high school coach, man. I was just funny. I was just joking with a cat last week. Say, yo, matter of fact, I was with Yoda 2 weeks ago. I'm like, yo, we was practicing on Saturdays watching film in '86. On Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Right. Nobody was doing that. We'd practice from 9 to 12. We'd get lunch and then we watch film. This is in high school.
Wow.
So now you look at the successes, like that wasn't by no accident. You know what I'm saying? We was putting that work in. We hated it at the time, but we put that work in.
Right. My man Cool Slow, the producer, another Harlem guy, he said, how was it playing with Coach Dave?
Dave, that was awesome too, but we were so stacked. It was, you know, so it was like, you know, most people know that Gauchos team was you know, that is legendary. So Dave was almost like our Phil Jackson. You know, we ain't really had to go crazy X and O's, but you know, but he was strong enough to handle the personalities and like looking back at it, we really never had that type of conflict that had that much talent on one team. So Dave definitely kept everything in how it was supposed to be.
Yo, I know for sure, but I can tell you, 1986, going into 87, that AAU, right? We played championship. We played against the Gauchos. They had everyone, right? Lloyd Daniels, Dal Reed.
God bless Chris Brooks and them.
Brooks was on that team.
Yeah.
What happened was Dave went to sub Lloyd out, and Lloyd didn't come out.
Yeah, that's the team he had the problems with.
so Lloyd refused to come out, and it threw the team off. We wound up winning. But he had 47 that game.
Yeah, Lloyd was different, man. Lloyd was different. Him, I remember they played. It was a Gauchos Riverside game at Brandeis. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I never forget. And it was like A Train, D Reed, Lloyd, Chris Brooks, and Dwayne Ivory.
Yes, yep.
They were playing against Paco, God bless Malik, Sean Green, and that whole. I mean, that was probably the best AAU game I think I probably ever seen. That game right there.
I need that. We need to see. Anybody got any film on that?
I don't know. Whoever it is, it was in Brandeis High School. I remember that. It was Brandeis High School.
I would love to see that game because that year we played against all of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only All-American we had on our team was Jason Williams.
It had to be 85, 86. I remember the three-point line. The three-point line wasn't in yet. I don't know what year the three-point line came, but it wasn't in yet. Because this is what I remember. Lloyd was shooting from 30.
Yes.
And it wasn't no threes, but he was shooting from back there like that, with flicking the wrist, you know.
With both hands.
Yeah. Like, yo. So I know it had to be mid-80s because before the line came. I probably was 14 to 15. They was 18 probably, something like that. But that game right there, another one underrated, Paco. Shout out to Paco. Yeah. Paco was tough.
Listen, Paco, my best friend, brother. Let me tell you something. I just put up a post on my YouTube page. We just opened that up on Sunday where Kenny Anderson talks about Paco giving him 47 in the Lords, right? Yeah. But Kenny said that was his coming out game. Even though Paco had 47, I think Kenny maybe had like 23, but Kenny was a freshman.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Because you like, if I can.
And he gets the win. That's like a coming out party. Yeah,
because if you can figure you can hold your own against that, and I think Paco probably a couple years older than Kenny, if I'm not mistaken. So if you can hold,
senior.
So if you get to hold your own like that, like I said, when you start, like the sky's the limit. I was telling guys like before my senior year at St. John's, I worked out a week playing against Tim Hardaway, and then maybe 3 weeks playing against Mark Jackson. How can I not be ready when it's time to get? I'm playing against college guys now. I'm not even thinking about them at this point. I just give me a coach and give me the minutes, and I'm gonna take it from there.
That's real. Word. Yo, my man Garfield Smith said.
Garfield. Word.
He said, "Talk about them citywide days."
Ooh, well, citywide was tough. I wasn't really that guy yet at that time, to be honest with you. But citywide was always tough. I had just started up around midget, so I probably only got 1 or 2 years of citywide in before we started playing high school. So I didn't play citywide as much. But I remember Garfield, we had the great high school game against them in Our Savior Lutheran. They was probably one of the best teams with him. God bless John Duck. God bless Danny Torado. A Train and Walter Hurd. We had a Stevenson Our Savior Luther game on a Friday night that was bonkers, yo. Great. Well, probably one of the best games of our Stevenson run at that time. And we ended up winning that game, but that was a great game right there. I know you remember that. Yo, Garfield was good.
There was nothing like receiving your first citywide shirt. And it's like, man, I was collecting all the different colors.
Yeah, you're right. We wore those like polos. Word. You had a shirt with a number on it.
If you had your Bronco jacket, Riverside jacket,
because those the Jackson bags was fire. It was over if you got one of those. And look how we took it to another level. The Gauchos came out and then had the MVP jacket. So if you got MVP in the tournament, you got one of those. So it was really like, yo, all right, I'm feeling myself now. Word.
Garfield said y'all whipped their ass.
I wasn't gonna go there. I'm just gonna say we won. Much love for my man Garfield.
No doubt. Another guy been on the show, man, for sure, man. A lot of New York love. So you played with my guy Billy Singleton. Me and him played Empire State together, man. That was my guy. We were real tight, and I needed him on the show soon. How was it playing with Big Bill?
Oh man, Bill was a beast, man. Especially high school. You know, Bill was able to shoot, dribble. It was crazy because Bill was slow, but you couldn't take that ball from him.
Nope.
Couldn't take the strong as the ox, whatever. So that was good. I know like at the end of the game, it's supposed we used to have, like, you know, we was winning a lot, so we used to have what we call delay game, whatever, just running the clock.
Right.
And he'll put the ball in Bill's hand, and Bill just up top doing his little thing, waiting to get fouled, you know, like excellent free throw shooter. So that was one of the reasons I went to St. John's. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went to St. John's first. And then, you know, when I went there, me and Bill was roommates in college for 2 years. So that's my guy to this day. I just talked to Bill the other day, matter of fact. So if you need to link up with him, let me know.
Oh,
Put that together.
I definitely want to make that happen.
Okay.
Now, what was his free throw percentage like?
Bill didn't really miss free throws. It had to be high 80s, close to 90. Bill didn't really miss free throws at all, man.
That was one of the things I remember, the time he took, right? Because usually guys just go up there, dribble, shoot, right? I know it was something different with Bill, right? He focused on that, and that's what made him stick out. And then free, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was high 70s, maybe, if that.
Yeah, I probably was the worst free throw shooter. Definitely at Stevenson. That Stevenson run, that's probably the greatest shooting team I've ever been a part of. We just had all shooters, like Chris Tate, Skeeter, my man Mike Hooger, Bill, Reggie Galt, Will Lewis, like everybody could shoot, you know, like, and we did a lot of drills, a lot of shooting drills, but we just had a crazy shooting team at that point. I was like, man.
Yo, brother, let me tell you something, man. We're going to discuss that because I got a little beef.
Okay.
We're going to discuss it. Not real beef. It's all fun and basketball.
No. It's all good.
I want to talk about.
All right.
Who was your toughest competition when you was at Stevenson?
Walton was our closest rival. I mean, like I said, my man Yoda was there for a year, him, John San Giorgio, and Lamont Middleton. So that was like they little big three at that time. But man, I went through my 3 years of Stevenson. We never lost a league game. So they was probably our closest competition. They gave us the best game, but we never. I don't think we lost to a public school my whole 3 years. So no, take that back. Take that back. We lost to Springfield Guards in the championship my sophomore year. We lost that game, but then we came back and won the next 2. But in our league, we didn't lose a league game in the whole 3 years I was there.
Wow.
Then Lincoln ended up being our rival because we met them in the playoffs, in the championship twice, and in the playoffs. So I guess they would be our rival because we met them all 3 postseasons. So my man Juju, Tiny was there.
Fam,
Tiny.
This is the beef that I got with y'all. Trust me.
Yo. Okay. Yeah, Tiny, Juju, the crew was there.
Listen. I'm going to save that. My guy, Coach Slow said, how did you get the name director? The director.
Oh, man, that came, maybe Duke and Tango gave me that up on 55th. Like I went up, I probably consider late me going up there because I never played up there until I got out of school. And I went up there one day, was, you know, trying to do what I do. And they, you know, what they do is so great. And they came up with that. I'm like, damn, that fits. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and,
right.
And that's stuff.
When I'm on the court, it's a movie.
Yeah. So and it just stuck, man, and it stuck from that day. So shout out to them for that.
Real. What player would you consider gave y'all fits? Like when y'all know we had to play this guy, even though you guys probably never lost, it was this one player that will always show up to get Stevenson help.
Man. I would say as far as the big man, Lamar Middleton gave us hell at Walton because he was a man child.
Middleton,
I can't front. That's my man Middleton. He wasn't my man at that point, but he's my guy now. But he was a man child. Yeah. You know, he wild, dirty playing. So he was just, you know, elbows out here. So he always gave us problems. I don't know if people remember. I don't know if you remember my man Bash. I don't want to say like white boy Bash. I went to Columbus.
Nah.
Guys who might be listening, golfing, know Bash Kim. He went to Columbus. He never played with guys from the Riverside, but he always gave us work. He never wanted to really play with, but he was tough. And those two probably gave us the most in that 3 years.
Say his name again.
We just call him Bash, but I believe it's Bash Kim. Bash Kim. I don't know Bash last name. But he was like only white boy that was running in all our basketball circles back then. Tough guy too.
Yeah.
Like people who listening.
God say he was a bad boy.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm saying guys know he was in that same circle with all of us. He just tailed off a little early, but he was definitely when he was at Columbus, he was tough.
Okay, okay. So now, the moment that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
You guys won the championship in '87. Right? That year, I still have the news article where it says that Lincoln won't repeat because Glenn Harding had to go to prep school at NCI. I was on Lincoln the year before we won the championship in '86.
Okay.
Coming back, you know, I would have been the guy. The little ball was in tiny hands. Definitely, I would have been the guy along with Dave Alabandro. And when I saw we lost to you guys by 1, y'all cried. Because I'm saying, if I would have handled my business in the classroom,
true.
I would definitely have a chance to repeat. But you guys earned that right. So I definitely want to salute you guys because it was meant to be. Tiny had a chance to win it. He took that hop step. That I wasn't there, but I know his layup. And caught it.
Yeah. That play was so amazing because everybody know how slow Bill is, right? Yo, that's the fastest, I swear on everything I love. That's the fastest I've ever seen Bill run. I don't know if you remember, I'm going to tell you the play, like Bill must have been bringing it up for whatever. He makes a pass, Tiny steals it. He's on the fast break. He's coming like this. He's going to left and Bill is chasing. Bill catches him. Boom, right on the glass, blocks it. I believe it might have went to overtime after that we won. But Bill chased Tiny down for a block on a fast break. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
And Tiny's not slow.
No, that's what I'm.
That layup, I know the layup that he took. That layup that he takes or took back then. Time.
They had to give him an extra second because if Bill caught him, and I mean he was like we was just amazed because I was on the bench at the time. I'm like, damn, that's game. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Bill caught it, put it on the backboard, bounced it off, and we went right into overtime after that and ended up winning that game, man, for sure.
Yeah,
I believe that's how we lost the championship to Springfield Gardens.
Huh?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, man.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear you right now.
I can hear you.
Oh, man.
Nah, what you gonna do? Hello? Take the screen, hit the square button, and bring it back. You got an Apple or Android?
Hold on 1 minute. I'm trying to go out and come back.
All right, bet.
All right.
So
can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, D, check this out. This is my sponsor, Game Over, right?
Okay.
If you check out the man, right, he looked like us. Remember we used to get those trophies back in the day? The man didn't look like us at all.
Nah, that's what's up right there.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yo, E, and I got females saying, if you make a girl version, you're rude.
Yeah, we really came a long way.
Yeah. Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. So, we got past that. I'm over now. I'm healed.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'll to talk to you,
hey,
brother.
if it make you feel any better, you know we end up losing that game to Springfield Gardens in the championship because we considered that game the championship. As we beat Lincoln, we thought it was a cakewalk, and they put it on us and ended up losing the championship. So if that make you feel better.
Yeah. What was that, Al Rich?
Yeah, Alvin Rich crew. Yep. They came in on some blue collar and put that work to us. Not even gonna lie. Came there, took them for granted, didn't give them the same respect we gave Lincoln, and got punished for it.
Oh, Al Rich. We definitely gonna talk about that. My guy, Eric Hicks at Game Over said he does have a girl version.
Okay, that's what's up.
Hey, yo, he got this next trophy coming out, which is ill, right? He has that man sitting on the top, get on the base, as a screen with your highlights on it.
Mm. That's money right there.
That's real. MVP, tournament's gonna be eating that up.
Yeah, who don't want to watch stay-home highlights? Word, that's a good look right
Especially
there.
if it's of that championship game, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So look, your graduating class, crazy.
Mm.
God,
Yeah.
crazy. Right?
Mm.
You had Kenny Anderson, Adrian Autry, Norman Marbury, and rest in peace, Dave. And
Yeah.
damn,
Well, actually, like that's like like Red is a year behind. And who else you said? Me, Dave, God bless, Kenny. Red is a year, huh?
I said Kenny, Adrian, Norman, and Dave.
Oh yeah. So Norman and Red, they actually a year behind me. They the 90 class. But like I think they had a poster back then. Like it was like all of us was like an all city team. If I ain't mistaken, it was me, like Dave, Kenny, God bless Conrad,
Yep.
Dale Barnes. Then was like Red, Mash, Reese, Norman, Rob Phelps, Ron Arnold. That whole they had like 12 of us. That whole 12 was something serious. That might be one of the best all city teams, 1 through 12. I'm putting that up against whoever of another year.
I'm glad you said that, brother. I'm glad you said that because we're about to have this show.
Okay.
A sit down to discuss that because Ephraim Whitehead, I just posted on my YouTube page, saying that his 1990 class was the best in New York City history. Now, he has a case because there were 5 McDonald All-Americans on that team. Now,
who's that?
do we just, there's a lot of arguments here. Do we just judge because they were McDonald All-Americans, or do we judge on the work that they put in the city?
Let's judge off the work they put in, because the McDonald's thing is different because maybe our class nationally might have been a higher class, so it wasn't as many opportunities. But that class is fire, though. I can't lie. What that? Phelps, Khalid,
Mashburn didn't make
Mash. No, and he was Mr. Basketball in New York. Right. Ain't that something? So, but I believe Ant K might have made that too, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't even remember Ant playing, but he was that tough. But yeah, they got an argument. There's definitely because Khalid was a bad boy. Yeah, that ain't a crazy statement. That ain't a crazy statement. I can't front on that.
Okay.
I can't front on. Much love to them. They had a tough class.
Right. Well, let's say this. I'm gonna go down. Let me see. That's 83, 82. Let me see something real quick. Okay. So, when you got like 82, 83, when you got like Kenny Smith,
Pearl, Mo Jackson crew, Kenny
Jackson, Fred Wilkinson.
That's
It's crazy. It's Ed Davida. It's crazy. But again, that's gonna be a great show, man. And I'll definitely keep you on tune.
Okay, that's what's up.
So, what was your recruiting process like? And who were the schools that you visited?
You know what, man? For me, mine was really simple, man. I'm a simple dude, not with all the pomp and circumstance. I don't know if you know, like I had a daughter in high school. So when I was going to college, I already had a daughter. So I didn't even take any visits. Like, if people don't know the process, like when I came out, I was like probably the 3rd ranked point guard in the country. So, but I'm behind Kenny Anderson and Bob Hurley. So at this point, like Syracuse, my final 5 is Syracuse, Seton Hall, St. John's, I think DePaul, and Maryland. So at this point, I don't know if people understand how this works. So Kenny is the guard. So nobody even, basically we all in neutral mode to Kenny make his decision, right? So because everybody who got an inkling of a chance against Kenny ain't offering nobody else until they know they ain't got Kenny.
Right.
So he the first domino. So everybody think he going to Syracuse at the time, which was one of my choices. Georgia Tech comes in, swoop. He go to Georgia Tech. Domino fall, boom. So I'm like, now Syracuse, St. John, that's my little 1-2 probably at that time. I'm thinking Bob Hurley going to St. John's though, Jersey. He goes to Duke. But as soon as he go to Duke, I'm next in line. Boom, I'm right to St. John's. I don't even take because I just want to be close to my daughter. So I don't even take no visits. I don't do anything. Yo, St. John's, I'm coming. No press conference or nothing. Mail my letter of intent in. Let me know when it's time to get to work. You know, that's my style. You know. So it's funny when I see kids now with the press conferences and the hats and, and all that. I'm like, but you know, just a new era. But that was my process. What school I could be that's gonna keep me close to my daughter? If I didn't have a daughter, I probably would have went to Syracuse anyway. Ironically, where I'm end up living now. Ain't that something?
That's crazy. And Syracuse fits your style. So does St. John.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think I would have ate at St. John's regardless. I think the opportunity, you know, and you know, first year I didn't really care. Boo Harvey was there. He was a man child. Like that was my big homie. So it wasn't never no beef about that.
Are you in contact with Boo Harvey?
Not regularly. Once in a blue we touch it, but I can be if need be. So we'll talk about that later. But
Boo Harvey, and I can say, well, Billy Donovan is the most discussed dude on my show. Would you
yeah.
that?
Wow.
It's so many dudes that he ran across that he gave that work to. Or people who saw him and then realized how good he was.
Yeah. Yo, Boo was I tell people him before Kyrie now, him and Rob was the best finishers around the rim for guards that I've ever been around. Yeah. And he don't really get the props because he might not get the props because he ain't make it in the league. But Boo was I don't even know if people remember seeing it. Boo had like 5 games of 40.
Let me tell you.
Game winners. When he didn't get drafted, it broke my heart. I said, what I'm gonna do if he ain't get drafted?
Let me tell you, bro, like it was so hard back then. And I tell God, we're not here to judge you on how far you made it.
Yeah. Just if you was nice, you was nice. That's it.
That's it. He didn't make it to the league. Oh, he stayed in the league 1 year. I put up a post that says, who would you cut? Right? Far as pure game. None of the rumors, just pure game. I put up Lamar Odom, Carmelo Anthony, and Lloyd. Everyone was like, yo, why would you do that to Lloyd? He didn't make it to the league. I said,
Lloyd might have been the best out of all 3 of them.
Thank you.
People who know basketball, like they was calling Lloyd the next Magic at one time. I don't know what age group participated in that, but if you was around in the 80s, Lamar, and I respect Lamar Odom. He don't even go in the same sentence with a Lloyd Daniels.
Yo, bro. Like, people still are sorry going, yo, why would you do that to the rest of your family? Y'all looking at it from the wrong perspective.
Yeah.
Ed Booker Smith was on Queen's Flip. And it took the wrong turn. And it was just more focused on the Bulls, right? Lamar Odom was on Drink Champs. They were just focused more on the... So when I saw Lamar on Drink Champs, I was like, damn, we need a place. Just like the hip-hop guys got a place where they can go and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Our New York City ball players who are just as popular to come on the platform and get treated with respect. Like I agree with that. That's why I really don't even be involved in these circles like that. You know, this is first ever. This is first ever for me because I don't like that reality TV TMZ-ish type of coverage that people get. How people talking to people about people. And I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just stay low, stay in my space. And like the real ones who listen and watch know that's who I deal with. We see each other as all love, but I'm not even running in them circles because the people ain't carrying it the right way, man. Yeah, man. And look, bro, we done did so much and put in so much time and work in these cities, and you have no idea the people who are talking about you, the people who are praising you and remembering the things that you did. Those are the important things, right?
Appreciate that for sure.
At the end of the day, when you pass away, we only gonna be left with stories. You rarely hear the rich billionaire who passed away, and people was like, "Yo, remember that chain in that car he had?"
It's the effect you have. Yeah, it's how you deal with people, man. I take pride in that, man. Like I get a lot of love because I give a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm real big on self-awareness. So I'm never trying to walk around like I'm all this or down here. Just that basketball is what we did. To me, it was never who we are.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of cats wore that on their sleeve, like that was they be all end all, and I never was on it like that. You know, so I never really front. So my love is genuine everywhere because I never treated nobody different because I played ball or however good I made it to. I never changed on nobody. So it's just coming back my way.
All you ball players out there who are afraid to come on and tell your story because you feel like you didn't reach the plateau you're supposed to reach, got to get over that, fam.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? People remember you for the moments of happiness, of joy, when they was able to leave everything behind and see you do a move or do a play that made them feel better.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just not that serious no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right, and like I said, I'm 50 years old this year, and I'm just like, and that's another reason I don't really do the basketball circles because the stories keep getting way different the older we get.
Look,
everybody was nice now. Everybody was nice now. I was like, wow, word, that's what happened? Okay. I ain't gonna blow you up, though.
I want to hear it from the God's mouth themselves. Right? No more rumor time. And if somebody says something, I can go back and verify for the person.
Yeah, I'm just the opposite. I don't want to hear from the person mouth because once you put the work in, somebody else gonna tell that story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because guys are telling their own stories. My man, I'm telling you. I'm like, you might be like, did he even play? And then he's telling the story like he was at the top of the food chain.
Right.
It was crazy. I just laugh and keep it moving. I don't blow nobody up. Let them have their moment.
Listen, man, the one thing I can respect, I had Jared Powell on the other day, and he said he questions about going on God's platform. Right? And he saw the work that I was doing. He was like, what I saw, brother, the shit wasn't about you. It was about the culture of basketball.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy who like to be in front of the camera. Right? I've done plenty of things and stayed in the background, but I just thought this was important, especially after seeing Lamar on Drink Champs and recently just seeing Booger.
Well, let me just say this too. Why it was important for me to do this. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever did anything like this. First of all, our mutual friend who put us together. I don't know if you want to be mixing, so I won't. If that's on you if you want to.
No, John, no, that's my guy. Yep.
Yeah, and second of all, exact year from today is when we had our COVID outbreak amongst our circle. My birthday is Wednesday, March 17th.
That's the third reason, and I didn't get to that question yet.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Last year, my birthday is March 17th. So last year we had a party like March 14th. Had a little birthday party, cigar lounge up in Yonkers, White Plains, whatever. And like at that time we didn't really know the COVID how it became. It was just like, keep sanitize your hands, whatever. It wasn't no mask or anything. And it was tough because even during that week, I went back and forth with a few guys like, yo, what you think? Should we do? Should we not? Because people ain't going to be comfortable. And they was like, nah, D, let's do it. No, people come through, whatever. So went through, had a beautiful night, man. Like, beautiful night. And a week later, our world was just turned upside down, bro. Like, that was a Saturday night. I got sick Wednesday night. Fever, chills. I didn't get it crazy. Mine was just more fluish. I went to the doctor Thursday, took my test. Get my results Sunday, I'm positive COVID. So first thing I do, like, for my crew, I try to be a leader. So I send out to everybody like, yo, this was going on, got the COVID. If anybody feeling some kind of way, don't be hesitating, go get checked, just letting them, it's all right. It is what it is. And so that Sunday morning, I get my results. I think I get the phone call, John Duck died that Saturday. So I'm like, John was at the party. I'm like, of what? Nobody really got no info on it, nothing like that. But I don't know, whatever. As we get older, men don't really speak about whatever underlying conditions they have. So I'm like, all right, maybe. And then, no, let me take that back. Dave Edwards died Friday, but Dave wasn't at the party. So I was like, damn. John Duck died Saturday. And then my man Lee Green died Monday. So I'm like, and Lee hurt my heart the most because Lee came to the party to DJ for me. Me and Lee hung out. So I'm like, Lee, come to the party. I'm like, I don't want you to DJ. I just want you to rock with me. He's like, nah, man, it's your birthday. I'm a, because DJing was his passion. And he did his thing and everything, man. And like I said, a week later, like I talked to, and the funny thing, he was using one of my cars like I keep in the city, and I'm like, he like, yo, what you want me to do with the keys? I took it back. I said, hold it, man. When I come to the city, I get them from you. That's the last conversation we had. That was Tuesday. Guess he went to Dr. Friday. They sent him home. Because remember, at that time, they wasn't even giving you no test if you ain't have a fever. Send him home like he doing. Then they say he go back to the hospital Sunday. I get the phone call Monday, yo, Lee in the hospital, but he doing okay. 3 hours later, I get the phone call, he gone. So, and I don't know if people been through it, but out of all, probably 10 of us ended up with COVID from that night. So, like, it was crazy because you get in there, you got to isolate. There's so much uncertainty. And our crew, like I got a strong crew, and we was on some, every 48 hours, everybody had to check in because we were scared, to be honest with you. Every time the phone rang, like my phone rung and it wasn't a regular time, I'm like what now? Like, you know what I'm saying? After those 3 in a row, I couldn't really take no more. And I needed my strength to get back healthy. So I have brothers up here dealing with isolation issues. Couple of my dudes I had to take to the psych ward because they just couldn't take the being in the house all day, couldn't see his kid, couldn't go to work. Like, a lot of mental health issues came out of this too. So, like, it was just a lot of behind the scenes craziness, and it was just like, man, a beautiful night turned our lives upside down, man. And so even when he was like, I was like, damn, March 14th. Like, when you sent me that date, I'm like, damn, that's some semblance for you right there. And so I definitely want to shout them out. I'm mad I got a hoodie made up with all 8 pictures on it, rest in peace, and I don't have it with me right now.
What happened around this time last year?
The exact day.
I remember reading the New York Times article about that.
March 14th, 2020, Saturday night was the party, I believe.
This is
March.
Yeah. I saw
March 14th.
Man, the most high put your positions, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is similar happened. I scheduled, and I didn't know this going into it. Subconsciously, probably did. But I had Elmer Anderson on. On Pearl's birthday.
Okay.
And he told me that, and it was his birthday the next day, right?
Wow.
And it was just so crazy. But let's go back and touch on the COVID thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was the third reason why I started Basketball Heads.
Okay.
Because another close friend of mine, Mo Kirby, plays in Boys and Girls High.
Yeah.
He passed away, and him and I was very close.
Okay.
And I can't remember crying harder for a friend who passed away because we were so close to home.
Mm-hmm.
He never got a chance to tell his story, right? We were supposed to go to Philly and do his annual Philly, New York thing, and he wanted me to run a camp with him. And
Mo good peoples, man. I'm cool with some of his peoples out in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So
Lee Green as well, man. God put in work. Jonathan Duck, Pete. We lost Pete Johnson, Chris Brooks.
Chris Brooks too crushed me too.
Donald Douglas.
Yeah, the basketball world took a hit, man, and we couldn't send nobody off properly neither.
Right.
So that hurt too. Like, man, we losing our kings and no funeral, no. Let's mount up in the hood, 100 deep, and let's show love. And you couldn't even give none of that back neither. So it was like, man, it was just a tough time, bro. Tough time.
Tell the world who probably never got a chance to see Lee Green play and know what kind of person he was. Just share a few things about your brother, man.
Oh man, as a ball player, man, super athletic. Like, Lee was like a physical specimen for us in high school. Fast, strong, big. Take no prisoners attitude, all that, man. As a person, man, don't get no better than Lee, man. Like I said, Lee main 2 things was basketball and his DJing. His 2 idols was Walter Berry and Kid Capri. Those his 2 idols. Anybody listening to this who know Lee know. If he could be any 2 people in the world, it's those 2 people right there. And like I said, bro, me and him was so close. at the time of his passing, he, like I said, he actually had one of my cars. That's how close he's like, D, I just got a new gig. I just need to get downtown, whatever, get to the job for 2 weeks. Yeah. That's how good we was, man. So like when I'm in the city, I stay in the Bronx. He had just moved in the neighborhood right where I was at in the Bronx, like 5 minutes from me, help him get situated with all, like, you know, just brothers, man. And as you get older, you start growing. Then it's like you start doing real for each other. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about just hanging out, drinking, partners. Like, yo, what's up? You need a crib? We jobbing? You know, like what you need? You know what I'm saying? We networking now. At least that's my lane. I'm trying to network all the time, like so we all could be better. And we were just at that place. He was at a place. He had just retired from the force. He had a new gig. You know, personal life was going good. Everything was good money, and then that quick. You know, so. That's my guy right there, man.
Salute. Rest in peace, Lee Green.
No doubt.
For sure.
All right. Yeah.
Just want to get back from that, man, because it was a tough time, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
like you said, I don't think I've cried that hard for a non-family and probably some family members, because I really carried a little guilt on me for a minute for that, you know, and my team helped me get through that, because I'm like, damn, he came for me. And you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, that won't hurt. Like you said, I cried a good many tears over that one, man. But
yeah, definitely, man. Those things hurt. My guy, Celebrity Dad said, Pooh, tell Dave, do he remember he was a New York police officer?
Yeah, no doubt. I just say he retired from the force, no doubt. Yeah, he went and did his thing. And I gave him credit for that, because I was like, yo, that ain't the most popular choices to be making, but hey, if that's your passion, listen, you know, more power to you.
My guy and teammate at FDU, Mike Pollard, he just retired, police officer. Yeah. My guy, Trevor Diggs' brother, the detective, right?
Yeah, that ain't no easy gig.
They want to say, people can say what they want to say. There's a lot of evil in this world, and we need some good brothers and sisters to hold it down. Yeah. So, and
that's no easy gig neither. And people, even though he was good, I knew a lot of the nonsense he was dealing with, even within that job, politics, you know, and all that. So, but he definitely, you know, he did his thing though. I'll leave it at that.
That's real. So, your transition from high school, being all city, third best player in the country, third best guard in the country, and you go to St. John's, what were your transitions like?
Oh man, it was tough, man. I had it was because me and Connor Sega really didn't see eye to eye a lot. And like I said, my freshman year I was able to handle it more because Boo was there, and that was like my big homie, and it wasn't even no discrepancy about no playing time with Boo. You know, my issue started like when Boo left. I'm thinking I'm gonna slide into that spot, and then that don't happen. So I'm just like, all right. But I'm playing everywhere else, and I'm killing. Like, I'm playing Pro-Am. I'm going to Olympic Sports Festival. I'm doing my thing everywhere else. And when I'm not getting it, my man Jason Buchanan was actually a good friend of mine. He actually played the 2 that year. Him and Boo was in the backcourt. And so when Boo left, we had another guy, Chucky Sproul, and he was a 2 guard. Yeah. So I come to find out later, one of my assistant coaches told me years later, say, yo, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. It really wasn't even about you or Chuck. It's just wherever Jason wanted to play at, that's who was going to start on the other side. So this is the politics that go on. And that's real talk. And I'm just like, all right. And I still wasn't tripping yet. I was like, all right, if I ain't starting this, let me get 15 minutes a game. That way, when my time do come, I'm not like I'm starting from scratch. So obviously that year, go crazy. And then you got to remember, all my homies coming home for the summer and putting work in. Dave Edwards at Georgetown eating. Red come home from Syracuse. Now we all in the hood. Everybody coming back to New York had their good college seasons. I'm like, damn, you know, I felt like I couldn't even put no contribution into this conversation right here. But much to their credit, nobody ever fronted on me, because when I'm playing in the summer, I'm doing what I do. So my junior year, I'm like, yo, let me redshirt. And I said, I want the redshirt, whatever. If it's gonna be the same thing as last year, they do this or they do. Nah, we're gonna need you this year, gas you up, all that. So at that time, the redshirt minimum was 5 games. I think you couldn't play no more than 5 games. So the first 5 games we playing, I'm getting minutes where I ain't even tripping. I'm like, all right, well, we can work with this. I tell you no lie. We played Indiana in the Garden at 6th game, and he ain't give me a minute. So now in my mind, I'm like, did y'all plan? Did you plan?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Now I'm like, did you plan that? Now my time is gone. I can't redshirt now. And then you do that right after the game. I couldn't. So like, I never really seen eye to eye that whole 3 years. You know, I just because I never wanted to accept what y'all was trying to make me into. So I became like a martyr. I didn't wear no St. John stuff. I didn't go to no dinners, no nothing. I was just like, and I'm not coming here to be a practice dummy. So I'm not giving 100% in practice to keep me on defense for 2 hours. I'm not doing none of that. So we know we bumped heads as far as that. You know, they try to play the mental game like we're not playing because you ain't practicing. I'm like, nah, I ain't practicing because I ain't playing. Like, you know, we can do this all day. And I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna wait it out. And only reason, you know, like I said, I have my daughter, so like Dave called me, Mr. Post called me, like, yo, you don't want to transfer? You don't want to transfer? And I'm like, nah, I'm not transferring. I'm not leaving my daughter. Because in my mind, I'm like, I know I got 1 year left. I know I'm gonna get one out of this. So I'm just whatever. And that's what happened. Once that one came, I jumped on it and ran like it was no tomorrow.
And boy, did you kill.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to at least redshirt the year. So if I could have got 2 of those, then I probably would have been, you know, a better chance to make it all the way. Because sometimes you do something for 1 year, people look at it like, oh, maybe it's a fluke, unfortunately. So you don't got no more time to prove otherwise. And it's just a political game, man. Like I went to Knicks camp that summer.
Yeah,
did my thing.
That. My guy Brian mentioned that.
Yeah, I went to Knicks camp. Yeah, that was the run was good, but once again, I'm learning the politics of the game, right? So I'll go to Knicks camp. If anybody ever been to rookie camp, that's like brutal. Like 25 dudes. All right, we gotta get this down to 12 in 2 days. So you know, this is like street ball, jail ball, call it what you want to call it. You know. So I go there, I do my thing, right? So after they make the cut with all that, they like, yo, I'm gonna keep Jeff Van Gundy, still my guy to this day. So I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. We really only bought you here as a favor because you went to St. John's. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is exactly what he told me. He said, but we didn't know you was this good. He said, well, the only problem is they had just drafted Greg Anthony the year before, and they had David Rivers there that went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yep.
So I'm like, here we go with the politics, you know, like damn again. So so they say, oh, what you can do, you can stay, but I don't know if it's gonna be really any minutes for you, whatever. So I'm just like, you know, I'm in my feelings again. So and at this time they give me like $100 a day for meal money. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well stay fat. That's like my bag right now, you know. And luckily for me, David Rivers ended up leaving early. He hasn't deal overseas. He left. So Greg Anthony was playing the 32 minutes, and I got that 16 minutes, and I rocked out, and I got invited back to the veterans camp, and you know, and then went that route with it. Made it to the last cut, which was political again, but what I'm gonna do, man?
Listen, Rod Strickland, the great, right? New York City legend, Rod Strickland, who kicked everybody ass his senior year.
Mm-hmm.
He come back. I'm good. I don't gotta go to the last session 5-star. He didn't go. No McDonald All-American.
Yeah, yo, people don't like. People think when somebody tell you
he gets ruled being a problem after that.
Yo, people always think when you tell them what happened or something, they always think you making an excuse or you front. But people, it be a lot of stuff behind the scenes people don't be knowing about, man. Like my thing, I always felt like in St. John's, they always treated people who wasn't from New York better because at that time you can get the New York kid like this. So, man, give me 1 minute. Let me grab my charger. Give me 1 minute.
No doubt. So the politic game goes on all the time. I experienced it my sophomore year after starting my first game at Fairleigh Dickinson. After the game, which I had 25 points in the first game I started, I think I missed one shot. My assistant coach, Tiny Green, who runs Hoop Group in New Jersey, what's up, Tiny? Came to me after the game and said, you had a good game. But don't think you're going to do that again. We're not going to let you take that many shots. So I took like 12 shots, if that. And I never understood it. And it did something to my confidence while he was there. And it wasn't until after he left that he restored.
but did the politic game, and I wasn't one of the guys he recruited.
Bro, let me.
Back in the days, if your assistant coach didn't recruit you, I don't know if it was like this for everywhere else. I know I fairly think it was. Everybody had their guys.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, let me tell you, when I went to Nick camp, my last meeting with Pat Riley, they give me the phone call like, yo, come in the next day, bring your playbooks. I'm like, I already know what it is. So he like, yo, man, your game, I'm a fan of your game. I wish, like, you the best passer here. But what stuck with me, he was like, yo, this one not even my call. So I'm like, he giving me a look like it's more than just basketball. And they kept Eric Anderson from Indiana, and I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, always 15th man is always on that lane. So I was just like, so it would bother me, but it made me feel better too, knowing, because if he had cut me and said I wasn't good enough, then I never would have stopped.
Right.
That allowed me to leave basketball early enough that I didn't even press it, because it was like, bro, you good enough. It's just the politics. It's the politics. And once I dealt with 3 years at St. John's, like I tell you what Van Gundy tell me in rookie camp. Now this is what you telling me now. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like I ain't got time for that. I go get a job, take care of mine, and keep it moving, man.
Fact.
You know, and that's what I did. I stopped early. Like I'm not chasing it, man. If I can't get it fair and square, then I don't need it, man.
All right, Dave.
Yeah.
You want to hear some more politics?
What's up?
1986.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Basketball. This guy that was going around kicking everybody ass in the city. You should know him. His name is Keith Robinson.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
You knew Keith Robinson?
He from my neighborhood, I believe. Keith from Harlem?
Let me tell you something, fam.
His name. I don't know if his name, soon you say that. When we argue in the hood about cats who was nice, like nice, older than me, that name comes up all the time.
I never knew. We won the city championship in '86.
Mm-hmm.
We played everywhere. Now, I'm telling you, we played everybody against everyone.
Yeah. I don't know if he was doing this.
It was like I was a big name guy, but I was in the building and on the court.
Yeah.
So when I see a guy like that, not knocking him, I'm just saying, if it was the era when I wasn't around, and I wasn't outside playing in all the tournaments, everyone, I didn't see him on Riverside. I didn't see him on Gaucho.
And like you said, how we were saying before, it's not how far you go or what you did. it's what that work is. I've never even seen him play. I swear to God, a couple months ago, we argued like who the best dudes came out of 14th Street, came out of what block, and they're like, yo, keep. I'm like, and they argue like, yo, him and
Grover Cleveland,
him. Oh my God, they are him and Alonzo Jackson. They arguing about. And like Alonzo Jackson was everything with buckets, but Keith Robinson on that point, and I'm just like, yo, crazy. And I don't even know about no school, no nothing. I know King Towers.
Right. See,
and
you know,
if you played, bro.
Okay.
King Towers was almost more major than playing anywhere.
Right.
At that time, you know what I'm saying? That's what bugged me out the first time I ever went to Rucker. I said, yo, dudes respect this more than the school. I said, oh, this how it's going down.
If you can name, Corey Homicide Williams was on the show, and he was saying, G, my route wasn't the normal route.
Yeah.
I went to Rice High School. I didn't even know I was in one of the top high schools in America. And Felipe Lopez was in the school at the time.
Yeah.
Okay? He said, you know, I wound up going to HBCU. I think he went to Alabama State.
Okay.
Did pretty well there, but again, no noise. But it wasn't until he played at Rucker, when Rucker was on NBA TV and ESPN.
Yeah.
Shown all over the world, where he went and said, okay, I'm going to use this as a vehicle to get to the next level.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do that anywhere else.
Yeah, and that's what I tell kids. You got to use this basketball as a means to an end, you know, like, and that's a good story right there too. And a lot of people get mad. Even my guys like, yo, man, you stopped too early and this and that. I'm just like, but like I'm like I said, it's what I do. It ain't who I am. You know what I'm saying? And
That's right.
I'm not gonna play that role for nobody. Like if you tell me I can't get a fair shot at getting it, then what I'm doing? You know? So I said, man, I walk away dignity intact.
For what you did and the time that you did it in, brother, not too many people can say that. They had the career that you had.
Appreciate it.
It's 10 million people in New York City, and I guarantee you 9 million didn't do what you did.
Appreciate
9
it.
million and 9.
Yeah.
Whatever that number is, right?
Yeah, appreciate it. No doubt.
Now, look, I have the James Majors question. James Majors, Bishop Loughlin, great. Seton Hall, great.
James a few times.
Yeah, man, listen. In 1983, I think to like, I guess from about 84 to about 88, whatever, with the time he was in school, they got $5 for meal money. $5 a day for meal money. Now I was saying to myself, damn, we got way more than that at Fairleigh Dickinson. How did you guys get treated at St. John's?
St. John's was a little
the legal meal money.
Yeah. Well, St. John's was sweet because at that time we didn't have no dorms. So we lived in a nice condos, but we got a stipend every month. So, you know, I believe it was $600 a month. So, you know, at that time, that's good money if you know how to budget it for 30 days.
Yeah. But back then when you were a kid, that's a great.
Yeah, that's major, you know. But I was good, like I said, it was because I was home, you know what I'm saying? I got my own support system, so I really never heard it for nothing, you know what I'm saying? But life was good, like, but it's a lot to ask a kid to budget to get through a month at that time. So it's funny because everybody's starving around the 21st, 22nd.
Yes. Now, when you guys went on the road, just say y'all went out to California, played UCLA, California University, whatever the case. Get put in a nice hotel. You had the pregame meal, but then there was a stipend that went to you guys.
Yeah, well, we got $20 a game for meal money, and it was cool because they always fed us anyway. You know, like I said, we always had meal at the hotel, or if we went to a restaurant or something. NCAAs we used to love because you used to get $40 during the NCAA tournament time. So that was our thing in NCAA tournament. Like, yo, let's keep winning. We get to miss school and get $40. Word.
James Major said I should have went to St. John's.
Word. We used to get the stipend, meal money. You know, this is that time of year right now, man. I don't miss much about ball, but this time of year, I kind of miss the juices get flowing a little bit.
Yeah. I remember we went up to the state championship to play up at Glen Falls. I remember we getting $16 a day.
Now, we never got meal money in high school.
No. The Federation gave that to us.
Oh, my coach might have kept that then.
Yo, my coach
but he bought us sandwiches every Saturday after practice, so when we watched that film, so maybe that's where it was going.
Listen, and this is how it worked. At that time, 86, I remember my coach giving each one of us $16 and said, "This is come from the Federation."
That's what's up.
And my dumb ass, you know, eating mad Burger King. We played this Kenny and them. I get to dunk. I come down. I gotta go to the bathroom. After I dunked, down, I ran up the court. Nobody knew what happened.
You just ran to the locker room?
Yelling, sister comes back. He hit me in the bathroom. He started laughing. And I'm trying to hurry up.
Yeah, to get back to the game. Yeah.
And we played against Kenny Anderson and Ralph James with them, so I'm like, I can't get out there.
That was their mob. They big three.
By the time I got back on the court, a minute left. Coach subbed me right back in. This motherfucker, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny was different, yo.
The game before, he beat St. Anthony at the buzzer. Beat Tom Bryson. He played him in overtime. No, I came back and it was overtime.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the same shot. But Dave Adlai gets a little bit of it. And it circles out.
Yeah.
We had to play against them, beat them in overtime. We beat our Xavier Lutheran. We're on put on them in double overtime.
Yeah.
And then we lose to King Rice and them.
King Rice Binghamton. Yeah.
Right. Because
That's
Binghamton lost to our All Hollows the year before. They wasn't going to let them win again.
Yeah. That was one of my regrets we never got.
This is why they had us play 2 back-to-back games and then that championship game. 2 back-to-backs. Friday, 8 o'clock. Saturday, 8 o'clock. Sunday, 12:30.
Yeah, that's crazy back then. That's crazy now, but even for high school, that was one of my big regrets. We never got to win that state, man. We didn't win that state championship. Well, we lost to 2 juggernauts, though. I can't front. We lost to Christ the King one year, and we lost to Talentine one year. So
look,
ain't no shame in that.
Championship is where it's at.
Yeah. That was it. I wanted the whole.
They say the state championship is cool, but it's the city that we talked about.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get you out of here now, man. Hold on, I got a few more questions, right?
All right.
Top 5 players from Harlem.
Top 5 players from Harlem. We talking about all time? I played against the all time. What are you talking about?
That you know. Only that you know.
Damn. You going? Damn.
This is what we do here, fam, and I'll give you some help.
Yeah, I mean, well, you gotta go with Joe Hammond.
Joe Hammond, definitely.
Gotta go with Joe. Jeez, they said so many old timers that, like, I know Pee Wee. They said Pee Wee was a beast. Pee Wee Kirkland.
Yeah, but what about the guys you saw play that you said, you know?
Of my era, guys. Like around my way, like Sundance. I don't know if people, Sundance was tough. Like I said, Mal Garvin was tough. It's amazing. Like the group ahead of me, like, a lot of guys didn't like go to the league from our hood, but man, jeez. I mean, I guess I would have to throw Mashburn up there for what he ended up being. I tell people all the time, my boy Red don't get his just due neither, man. Red was a phenom at 12, 13. Red Autry.
Let me tell you,
it's from my block.
I need him on the show too, fam.
Okay.
There's a game where Red and Kenny are playing against each other.
Championship. Malloy Talentine. Red was a sophomore.
Woo!
Yeah, 20.
That game on YouTube if y'all want to see it.
Yo, let me tell you a real quick story about them two, right? So, you know, they had that game. So that was like a little rivalry because Red was behind us. Yo, we playing. So, you know, I don't know if you remember the wheelchair classic.
Come on, fam. I'm from the city, fam.
We playing. So, you know, it's Bronx and Manhattan playing against Brooklyn Queen.
Yeah.
Well, we in Brooklyn playing against Kenny. They deep. Kenny got they got a mob in there, right? We playing. This time I'm sure if you got good memory. This is my senior year after the high school season. So him and Red going at it, talking to each other, crazy. They go for a loose ball. Kenny steps on Red ankle, sprains his ankle. If you remember this, Kenny didn't play the McDonald's All-American game.
Yes. Someone else talked about that.
Bro, let me tell you this story. They was like, yo, y'all not getting out of here. Y'all will not get back to Harlem tonight. Well, they was talking to him, but he my man, so it's us. They like, we not letting y'all, he not getting out of here. I swear to God, they kept me and him in a room to the gym empty. My man Angel was a manager at St. John's, was at the game. They had him bring his car into an alley. Snuck us out the side door. We like this like in a movie. Wait till the light turn green. And when it turned green, do your thing. And that's how we got up out of there, yo.
Wow.
Word up. And people don't know, Kenny didn't play McDonald's All-American game because he hurt his ankle in the wheelchair class. That game. Word. And I'm mad because I was supposed to have been his replacement and they jerked me. Word.
That's crazy. And it would have made sense that you played.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was a year. I don't know people. It wasn't really too many guards. That was a heavy forward year, and I don't even think no other guard probably made it. But Bob Hurley and my man Jim Jackson was a guard, but he was like 6'6". But other than that, it wasn't even no other guards. So, but you know, it is what it is, though.
My man Cool Slow said, "Do you remember his uncle David Murray, aka Nutter Butter?"
Nutter Butter, God bless, went to Brandeis.
Yeah, his wife his wife worked with me in my high school.
Okay, give him my regards. Yeah, Nutter Butter was tough too. I like a lot of guys who never was a Riverside Gauchos dude, but they always wanted to go against that smoke. So he was one of those guys like, F y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to go against y'all. He was that type of dude. But Brandeis,
let me tell you.
but Brandeis is my zone school. So I knew all the guys in Brandeis, Mad Center King, because, you know, I'm from, you know, even though I went to school in the Bronx, so all the dudes who was going to Brandeis, those are my dudes from my hood anyway. So I was always cool with Nutter Butter. That's what's up.
Wow. All right. Top 5 guards in New York City history.
Top 5 guards in New York City history. This guy, you really put me on the spot here.
Hey,
Top 5.
This is Basketball Heads, baby, from New York
Yeah,
City.
yeah. So if I gotta go Tiny. Tiny Archibald. Oh, come on! I can't have nobody calling me right now.
I hear you. Yeah, I still hear you.
Boy, I mean, this ain't gotta be in order, do it.
No,
Just give me 5. We'll go Tiny. I gotta go Kenny, K.A. I gotta Rod, Mark, and Steph. I mean, put them like.
Hey, bro, and there's so many to choose from. They all gonna be checking out to see if their names.
Yeah, I gotta get that up. That's crazy right there.
That's real. My guy Kennard Robinson said he remember playing with you at 5 Star.
Those are some good days at 5 Star. Good day. Got us getting up early in that cold August air. Snapping all night. Riverside Gauchos got the last session. Snapping like crazy. Yeah, that was a good look. Kennard, what up?
Man. Hey, listen, bro. I'm glad you took the opportunity to come and join me on the show.
No doubt.
I know this is not something that you do normally, but I'm glad you get a chance to come on and then rep for yourself and then for your brother Lee Green. You know,
yeah, no
doubt. And all those guys who are very close to you and close to us, man.
Yeah. And let me do one thing. I want to shout out my other 2 dudes that we lost years ago, but Malik Silly and Conrad McCray too, man. Those are my day 1 dudes.
Sure.
I mean, there's so many basketball dudes. I don't want to leave nobody out, but those 2 personal ones with me. So I got them on. I'm gonna send you a picture of my hoodie and just send it to you so you can have it, man. So you see the dudes on there, man.
For sure. And definitely gonna post that. And look, whenever you come on Basketball Heads, you get to nominate. This is how we get our guests. You get to nominate, right? So, you know, if I know if it's coming from you guys, it's an issue. These guys are willing to talk.
Got you. We'll do that, man. Like I said, I'll link up with a couple of them guys we talked about.
Look, my artist is not here. That's another part of the show.
Okay.
But we still got that picture. He told me he drew it, but he had a hard time coming back from out of town. But we got your picture, and we'll make sure we get it to you, brother.
No doubt. Okay. Appreciate it, man. It's been all love, man. Good luck.
Appreciate
all right?
You, brother.
Peace. All right.
And look, bro, call me, because you got to nominate someone.
Yeah. I got you.
All right, bet.
Got you. All right.
No doubt. David, the director, a.k.a. Big Daddy Cain. Show some love, some respect for the guys who put it down for New York City. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. You are watching Basketball Heads, the official home for New York City basketball. Peace.
Y'all ready?